Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life at Leeds with me, GWFM, playing in our first season with Leeds United. We've got a big game in the FA Cup, 4th round, but first of all let's get into what's been happening and the highlights of recent games. So first of all, we move into the fact that Alex Motes signed a new contract for 3 years, tying him down, so going for the rest of his progression pretty much. So it'd be interesting to see how he finishes up at the end of said progression. Another bit of news is we had Dallas win the Player of the Month. He's been playing exceptional, to be fair, and across 6 appearances he scored 4 goals with an average rating of 7.78, much deserved in my opinion. Playing from the wing as well, getting those goals. And then the big one, what can I say? Manager of the Month for December. That was pretty sweet. 4 victories in the last 6 games. It was a little bit unexpected because of that reason. But yeah, very pleased with that. Louis Cole also got the Young Player of the Month for League One, so that's pleasing as well. Jack Van, youngster, he's signed a contract with us, a new contract should I say. We'll keep him here for the next 2.5 years. You know, he's not amazing. He's good backup potential, I suppose. His 2-star ability at the moment. The thing that lets him down more than anything is his acceleration and pace. So it's something I'm trying to work on. Let's just see if we can actually do something with it. Really, I'm hoping to give him some good game time in games to come. Moving into our first lot of highlights, it was against Rotherham United, and we won quite comprehensively 2-0, having 3 times more chances, both on target and in general. And you know, beating them on possession as well, 55% to 45%. It was a very, very easy, comprehensive victory. And Thielen got back on the score sheet again. He seems to have found his confidence, got a goal and an assist. We've had Isako getting an assist as well before getting injured. Unfortunately for him, Dallas getting the second goal to make it more comfortable after coming off the bench for Saka. And there's a confirmation there of his injury. It's only 5 to 11 days of concussion. Not too major a problem really, but just meant they were going to miss a couple of games. Another bit of good news is that Pep Clotet has signed an extension for another 2.5 years, and they've also signed Frank Mulhern onto another 2-year contract just to see how he develops. He's got potential 4.5-star ability at Championship level, so I think I could see him become a decent striker at Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see how he develops in the next 2.5 years. And then following that, he quickly agreed to move to Wycombe Wanderers to get some first team football under his belt. The next game pretty much determined who we played in the FA Cup, and obviously it was a tight game. We did play pretty much a B team. Will Huffer played in goal, making his debut. Downing played at left back. Jesper Karlsson, remember him? Signed him for £1 million at the beginning of this season. He made his first start and played a good 87 minutes. Got a bit of a standing ovation at the end when I took him off. Played very well. Got the goal, got the winner. Lewis Dunn, another player, the guy I signed for 300 grand from Colchester, he started and played quite well as well. 6.7, obviously it's not the best, but it's not terrible. And we tried Kamaru up top as well alongside Chris Wood, but yeah, we got the win in the end. It was a little bit nervy. I think they hit the post twice, so yeah, that was kind of lucky, to be fair. Following that game though, it saw the departure of Gitano Berardi for 1.6 million, 1.2 in full, and then 400 grand over 24 months. He's gone to Brighton. Sad to see him go, but I thought I could get some money in and try and get some other players in. And as a result, today's opponents, Chelsea FC, they are the team that we are facing today in today's live com. Hence why we're not playing the first game of February. In February, should I say. It's going to be a very tough tie. It has to be said. Liam Cooper also departed us. He was complaining about a lack of first team football, so I opted to let him go. He's not going to get any better. 25 years old now, 300 grand. He was worth 600, but I needed to let him go, and he's now gone to Aston Villa. I didn't see this. I didn't realise he was out of contract in the summer. and he's agreed a deal with Fortuna Düsseldorf. So unfortunately, he will be gone at the end of the season without a fee, and he was valued, I think, at about 1.25 million or something like that. On the ins, though, we have managed to sign a guy who could play right back and right midfield, and it's that versatility that has made me go for him. Don't forget, we did sell Berardi and got a decent amount. We've signed this guy David Farauni for 575 grand, 325 of that being over 24 months. So all in all, it only cost us about 300 grand, I think it was in total, for this transfer window. Or this season's transfer window, and he's got a lot of years ahead of him. He's a little bit younger than Berardi, so I thought it was a decent signing. He did play for Watford in 2014, so he has got a little bit of experience in the Championship. Moving on to the next bit of highlights, and I kind of feel a bit robbed here, even though we got beat 4-1. If you look at the match stats at the end, after all these goals, you'll be able to read that we had 19 shots to their 9. They were just far more clinical. 8 chances on target of those 9 to our 6 of 19. We didn't play particularly bad, it was just wasteful in front of goal. Dakara and Wood started up top and largely disappointing, but yeah, just the clinicalness of Derby really destroyed us, really. Following that game, we had a tricky game against Barnsley, a bit of a derby, and we did alright. We just about edged the game. We had slightly more chances in total, and we managed to come out 2-1 winners. We did go 2-0 up right at the death. I'm thinking, right, that's it, but then they got a goal literally on the 90th minute, which made it very nervy. And yeah, some decent performances, largely 7.3, 7.2 across the board in terms of defenders, and one of the strikers being Antonsen, the guy who got our goal that set us on his way on the second minute. And then following that, what a shock this was. Did not expect this. Home game just before today's live com. 4-1 hammering at home. Again, just like Derby, they were just far more clinical. Seemed to struggle with the teams from that sort of area. They're quite close to each other in geographic terms, geographical terms. Just weren't at the races. We did rest quite a few players. We had Hadisako playing instead of Hernandez. He did get a goal, which was fair enough to him, which was well played by his part. But Yunano Kane, 6.1, making me even more tempted to try and sell him. There's a couple of days left, after this Chelsea game, to try and raise some money. But Luke Ayling played bad, Bilbao played terrible, but it was unfit to start with. I'd kind of caught up with the reserve game, where everyone seemed to play reserve games for some reason. So he started on like 80% fitness, which didn't help. But yeah, Chris Wood playing particularly poor as well. All across the board, they were terrible. And if you look across at look across at Nottingham Forest, not one player scored less than 7.2. They played exceptionally well. Must have been because it was like their FA Cup final playing against the mighty Leeds. And lastly, a little bit more transfer news is that Paul McGate's gone out on loan to Livingston. So I'm pretty sure that's Sam Byram in the picture, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. That has been the results. A bit of a mixture. 2-0 win against Rotherham, 1-0 win against Port Vale. 2 clean sheets, could be happier really. Obviously could have done smashed Port Vale and beaten by quite a lot more goals, but it's a clean sheet. And then we concede 4 at home against Derby, and then 4 at home against Forest. Obviously we beat Barnsley, but yeah, never mind. But today's opponents are indeed Chelsea, and obviously since Roman Abramovich came in, they've been sort of semi-dominant over the last 10 to 15 years. Got some exceptional players, starting with John Terry. He's, even though he's 806 years old, he's still as a born leader. Determination 20, leadership 20, teamwork 20, bravery 20, He's still exceptional on here. 8 pace. I mean, if I were Jack Van, if you remember, he's got the same acceleration and pace. I'd be absolutely embarrassed that you're slower than a 36-year-old centre back that can hardly move. But yeah, he's actually injured for today's game, so we'll have to face him. Fortunately for us, the vice captain is Branislav Ivanovic. Been at Chelsea, it seems like forever, but I think it's approaching 10 years. Still very able, very determined character. 20 determination, bravery 19, teamwork 17, work rate 19. Still a very, very good player at right back or centre back, of course, depending on where he wants to play. And of course, how can you forget this guy? Eden Hazard. Yes, he had a bit of a shocker last season, but this season he's definitely hit the ground running once more. And yeah, just look at those attributes. I don't even have to say anything. It's just ridiculous. And then moving on to their manager, Antonio Conte. You know, he doesn't actually look much better than Rafa Benitez, but he is better. You can see with the motivation, determination, mental, everything. He's probably slightly above, but you know, ridiculous manager, and it's going to be a very tough ask to beat this guy today. Just looking at the Premier League table, Chelsea is currently sitting 5th position, only 2 points off 4th and 3rd, and well, only 4 points off the top. So it's very tight. So you know, it's not a given. Obviously, Man United have got games in hand, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough game. When we got beat by Sunderland, we're down in 19th in the League Cup, so that's kind of a sort of guess as to how things are going to go. I'm expecting us to get paggered today. But yeah, looking at their form, recently it's been a bit hit and miss. You know, last 4 games they've lost 4-0 against Liverpool. Loki will be happy with that. And today, of course, I've got the Mighty Whites. So let's see how we can get on against them. I'm not expecting much today, if Sunderland's anything to go by. Today's 4th round FA Cup ties brought to you live from Ellen Road. It's Leeds United against Chelsea FC. Right, so obviously it's a big game for Leeds. It's a rival team as well, by the way. And the pre-match analysis with Lewis Earle from BBC Sport. He's saying this one isn't an easy game to call, but I predict Chelsea to come out on top in what will undoubtedly be a tight affair. We are at home, but we're still outsiders. 11-5 to win. Same as a draw, really, to be fair. But you know, you never know. Form has been a little bit sketchy. We'll have to see if we can just raise this game. Now, I know we're at home, but we are facing Chelsea, who are flying fairly high in the league, in Premier League, should I say. And Pep Clotet thinks we should go to encourage the players to go out and prove a point. Now, I would in the league, but in this, I think I've got to go. Nobody expects us to get a result, so just play without pressure. The team talk relaxed a few people. And I just calmly said I had faith, and a few more reactions in terms of happy and motivated from Alex Mowat. So let's see. I've gone for a few of the local boys, mainly for the fact that it's, you know, a rivalry. So like Calvin Phillips is playing, Alex Mowat's playing, Charlie Taylor's playing. They all know what it means. They are Leeds fans, as far as I'm aware. They've played for Leeds since early days in the academy. So I'm expecting a big performance from them 3 in particular. Alright, so the team's lined up. Come on, Leeds now. Dirty Leeds, dirty Chelsea. That's what it all used to be. 2-footed challenges in the 70s and not even getting a yellow card for it. Fisticuffs and getting booked for punching someone in the face. It was what it was all about back in the 70s. Here is us on going from right to left. 6 minutes in and we've already had a yellow card. I think it happened in the first minute. But now, what can we do here? Can we build from the back? Faraone, new transfer, of course. He knocks it over to Keith Thielin, but it's taken down well by Cahill. But it's been kicked long. I'm going straight to Bartley. Now it's Phillips. Square to Moa. Back to Janssen. The Swede talisman, if you like. Dallas infield to Anderson. Look at the through ball for Keith Thielin. Squares it Hernandez. Oh, Courtois. Great save. Held on to it as well. Good move, though. That's kind of promising. Right, another highlight, Faraone. Throws it straight to Alonso. I never understand that. If it goes somewhere near your teammate and it gets headed away, like whatever, and someone gets there just before him, fair enough, but you're just throwing it straight to him. like a schmuck. Thielen loses out in the air, but Phillips has it now and is coming forward. Looks at square to Mowat. Sitting a bit deeper. Now it's Dallas. Chips infield to Thielen. Nice little flick for Hernandez. Hernandez in again. Squares it. Oh, it's a deflection straight to the hands of Courtois. That was a big chance, I think. I feel that it was. It's rolled out to Cahill. Square to Kante. He's playing very deep. But it's a long ball. Given to Frowney. Again, Hernandez. Phillips. Forward to Thielen. Thielen's got behind. He's on the byline. And then just lets Cahill take it off his toe. But it's robbed it back. Squares it. Oh, that's one for you, Lucky Ducky. Check that shit out. Because that is the biggest power dog shite goal I've ever seen. And we scored it, so don't give a fuck. Yeah, Cahill loses it here. And Thielen just crosses it in. It's more like a cross-come shot. And Courtois, arguably one of the best keepers in the game, does a goal like that. I mean, gives away a goal like that. It's just appalling. Hazard crosses in. And it's there. It's De Vrij scores straight away. Bit of a shame, really. It's like the first real highlight they've had. But look at the stats. You know, as we watch this highlight. We're matching them at the minute. We're slightly edging possession. And Batshuayi, I think that's how you say it, Batshuayi, he manages to get the flick on the De Vrij at the back post. Makes it 1-1. Right, another highlight. Highlight's coming in thick and fast, unlike the last game. It's one of the reasons why we're asking about the putting it on extended or key. This is still on key. But it's given away cheaply, and Fabregas Hull has it now. And Kante eventually gets it off Antonsen. De Vrij again, the goal scorer of the equaliser for Chelsea. Kante coming forward. Gives it away to Mowat though. Lob ball chipped forward. It's never going to be found at Antonsen's feet. De Vrij has it again though. That's Zuma. Big injury he had last season. Oscar on the right hand side. Tackled well by Taylor. Showing his 16 tackling attribute right there. Knocks forward Antonsen now. Is there a chance here? Kind of in behind. Crosses in for Keith Thielen. Get in, Thielen. Are we witnessing something here? Or am I just like getting ahead of myself? Because we're playing very well. We're matching Chelsea here. Antonsen. Got it here. I thought, oh, he's on his left foot. He's not. He's like pretty much all right foot. But I'll say that. For the under 23 team, I think it was, scored a hat-trick, a complete hat-trick. Left foot, right foot, header. Against Huddersfield Town. They're under 23rds. Under 23s even, under 23rds. Schmuck. Batshuayi. Tackled well by Bartley. And Frowney, nice little spin there. Silvestri, a long kick towards Hernandez. He brings it down superbly. He's knocked it over the top. Cahill has struggled with Thielen. Manages to get the better of him this time. Courtois. Long kick downfield. Batshuayi loses out to, of course, the man that would head a brick back at you if you threw it at him, Mr. Janssen. But now it's Kante again. Now it's Fabregas. Hazard. What can you say? That was a great goal. That's what happens when you come up against Eden Hazard in some sort of form. He's got 13 goals this season, including that one. Yeah, just gets it here. Comes in field. Finds a little pocket of space. Shoots. Yeah, it's a good effort. Maybe Janssen could have made more of an effort to handball it, but it would have been a penalty and probably a red card for deliberate handball. But it's another highlight, and it's another poor throw-in from Frowney. Batshuayi, great tackle though. He's recovered well. And now it's Bartley. Chips it forward. Antonsen looking for options. He plays it to Thielen. Come a bit deep there. Now it's Hernandez. He gets tackled easily though by Hazard, who's not really known for his tackling prowess. But it's a long ball cleared away by Courtois, straight to Frowney again, and now Phillips finds Thielen. First time ball to Antonsen. Antonsen now. Oh, it's another good save from Courtois. And look at the stats. We've had 2 clear-cut opportunities to Chelsea's none. Right, is there one last highlight before half-time? It looks like it could be Chelsea's way, but am I incorrect in that assumption? Because Keith Thielen has sent Antonsen on the chase, but De Vrij gets there. And he's robbed him. It's another mistake, defensive mistake, and Antonsen scores, making 3-2. Come on. It's a game of errors here, especially from Chelsea's point of view. Courtois was a massive error. Cahill got robbed in that as well. And now this goal here, De Vrij just losing it. Antonsen taking it off his toe and then coolly and calmly finishes. Did it nick off the post? We don't care, it's a goal. It's 3-2 lead just before half-time. So what a half that was. 3-2 to the mighty Whites, of course. But, you know, we can't be complacent. But I'm tempted to say that. But I'm also going to, just thinking back now to the fact that we're big rivals, I'm going to go for the fan option, which is kind of a bit naff because it's, I know we are the underdogs, but go on and give the fans a performance to cheer for because, You know, it's all about the fans at the end of the day, isn't it? People like me and you. A bit of a poor reaction. I'm going to have to try and rectify this. That looks a little bit better, a bit more happy reading, if you like. So yeah, I'm pleased with that sort of reaction. I'm just hoping we can keep the performance up in the second half. Right, Hazard has a free kick. Crosses in Van Ginkel. He's lost. We headed it loosely. Now Thielen's on the charge. Lovely ball to Dallas. First time ball to Antonsen. Was he onside? We don't care, but we do now because Courtois saved it. Should have done better there, Antonsen. But another great 4 clear-cut opportunities against Chelsea. What is going on? And this is where we lose. I don't have a centre back on the subs bench. And Big Pontus. Knee injury. That does not sound good. It's a good job we're still in the January transfer window, isn't it? So I'm having to bring on Liam Bridcut as a centre back. He can play like very awkwardly as a centre back. He's not the tallest, so I'm expecting a world of hurt here. He's a half star in terms of his ability to play as a centre back. It's all we've got. I've got no one else, so it's the best I can hope for. And I've just told him to tighten up and see if it makes a difference, because we are going to struggle, I think, from now on in terms of defending set pieces and what have you. We'll have to wait and see though. We've got a highlight here. I'm just about to make some changes, but it doesn't matter. Anderson crosses in, comes off the face of, I want to say, Thielen. It's cleared away, but it's gone straight to Faraone. He's had a decent game, to be fair. Now it's Phillips, square to Mowat. Now it's Thielen, Antonsen, overlapping runs, look out wide. I'm pointing at the camera, I don't know why. Hernandez! Oh, it's a great tackle for Marcos Alonso. Corner to be taken by Alex Mowat. Swings it in, headed away, comes back out to Mowat via Solanke. Crosses in deep, it's cleared away. Hernandez brings it down, has a shot, but it's blocked again. Mowat has it once more, crosses in right foot this time. It's punched out by Courtois. Phillips hit it. Get Taylor, you have a go. Oh, playing Dallas even better. Oh, he's scored loads of goals for us as Dallas. Right, I'm just going to take Thielen off. He's had a very good game, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to bring on Chris Woods, just a little bit of a difference maker, but not too much. I don't want to like change the defence or midfield at this moment in time. I'm going to try and save last sub as a bit of a time-wasting sub. As it stands, that might change if they get an equaliser, but let's just see what happens. Right, there's a highlight here. There's 12 minutes to go. Silvestri with a long kick. For some reason, Hernandez didn't decide to go for it because he's a schmuck. But Bridcut's there, winning headers. That's not what it was brought on for. Wood, look at the ball. He's found Dallas. I don't know why I said look at the ball. Obviously, he's going to do that. But Hernandez has a go. Courtois with another save. Kyle, but keep looking at those match stats. We're matching them, more than matching them. Right, I'm going to take off Stuart Dallas and bring on Kemar Roof. It's more of a time-wasting sub. I'm not looking for anything from Kemar Roof, apart from the fact that he's quick. He might be able to get into the corners, hold it up in the corner and try and win this game for us. There's literally like a minute plus stoppage time to go. Is that it? That's it! I was just trying to make a change. It kept playing for some reason. We've beaten Chelsea at Ellen Road. Come on! We shut up a lot of people after that. That's fantastic. I'm going to say nobody give us a chance. Buzzing like an old fridge. So what a result for the Mighty Whites. 3-2 at home against Chelsea in the FA Cup. And it's not against a weak side neither. You've got the likes of Courtois in goal. You've got Zuma, who's not an unknown. De Vrij, I think, from Lazio. Cahill, obviously first teamer. Alonso, left back, has been on the scene this season. Kante. Van Ginkel, probably you could argue maybe a little bit of a lesser player. Fabregas, Oscar, Hazard and Batshuayi. I mean, don't really get much stronger than that, does it? And we've seen them off. I can't believe it at all. Ignore the attire. You know why that's happened, because of the previous video. If you saw that, it's basically purely for the fact that I'd run out of time to get this video sorted before I had to go away for the weekend. Back now, so now it's sorted. Moving on. So yeah, there's confirmation, of course, that we're through to the 5th round. Be interested to see who we get. That's probably going to be the game of choice for the next video, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, there's confirmation that Pontus Jansson is going to be out for 2 months, which is kind of a massive setback for us in terms of our centre-back strength. So a bit gutted about that. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, also thanks to all the new subscribers as well. It really does mean a lot. And to the old subscribers as well. But until next time, I will see you then. Bye bye.